So hi. So actually, let's start this one. What happened? Yep. So here, we were doing this one, right? So like, uh, so write it from the scratch. Like here, just I have told like we have to make. Let's close it. Oh, sorry, I was in the before one. Pardon. So here in the store, so at first you have to write a store, right? So for writing the store, like as we have learned, let's start with let make one here we are will making the counter, right? Counter store. Here we'll be taking the set. Okay, and here what are the values which will be taken? One is the counter count. Okay, initially it will be 0, and then there will be function like increase counter, and so as it's a like function. So here so there are two options, like so here we are not taking any value, right? Okay, fine. So here here we will call the setter function, and the setter function we will pass the state, and then we will call it like something like uh, here state is there, and then what we are going to return, we are going to return as counter equal to state dot count plus 1. Okay, cool. So here I think so some y increase counter, it's been showing actually missing semicolon. Okay, should be something like this. Okay, let's check it out. Like actually it may be some linting issues and all. So here, okay, fine, this one has been done. So now if we want to pass it from export, let's export it. Counter, use counter store, and use counter store by create counter store. Or still it's been semicolon. Why it's been sounds like function. Okay, count 1 5. So why it's been showing issue here also? Okay, here's a function, so let's check here. It's a function dark. Okay, fine. Pardon. So it's an object. It's an object which will be returned like this. Sorry, pardon. So yep. So here this count is there, and increase counter, this function is there, and let's write one more which will be like decrease counter. Decrease. Yep. Pardon if it's wrong spelling. Yeah. Decrease counter done. Now we have been exporting this by creating it. This create. So there are two options, like we can create it. We can make it like this was a store, right? And then we have been creating, because like this create is a function which is been provided by Justin, and what value we have been providing, which we are passing, which is like the counter store, and which we can consume here. And now let's go to index.js pages.js. Yep. So here let's at first import, it was what was it, use counter store, right? Correct, use counter store, and here const what we want to take at first, counter, right? So counter equal to use counter store, and just pass the state. Okay, and what we are want to take, we want to destructure state dot count, correct? And here just try to count is make it h1, count is counter. Okay, so let's try to check it out. Okay, sorry, pardon, so here we have not downloaded this zustand, right? Pardon my mistake. So as we have seen in zustand documentation, let's go to zustand documentation, what it was there, npm install zustand. Okay, let's install it. Okay, done. So yep, so the count is 0, and let's try to change the value, like just give the initial value as 5. Yep, the value is 5, means like we are able to consume the data from our this like global state, right, from our zustand. Okay, cool, makes sense. So let's try to do this operation also. So let's go to index.js. So come here, yep, let's close it. Yep, so here let's make one button in on the div, button which will on click. On click, what will be called? Oh, okay, at first let extract it out. Increase counter equal to use counter from state, what we want to take, state dot increase what was there in our store, increase counter. Okay, cool. So state dot increase counter, cool. And same with this one, decrease counter, and here on click I want to call is like increase. +1, and here this one is will be -1. Let take a BR tag here. Okay, I think styles, right, so that's why ऊपर नीचे आ रहा है. Fine, okay, so this is like count 0 +1 +1 -1, correct? So here like if I click one, so here we are able to open the operations also, right? And here for this one -1, let's call decrease counter, and here if we want to decrease it, we able to decrease it. Increase करना है, we increase -1 +1. Okay, cool, makes sense. So means like we have done. So yeah, so right now, so I have said about some this one also, right? There are some middlewares such as like dev tools and dev tools, which is like to see the data, see or debug, which is like to debug the state in Redux dev tools. Okay, and another one which middleware like which zustand used to provide is like persist to persist the data in local storage or like in session storage. Okay, cool. So done. So let's import this to, let's cut it and like place in the bottom. So yep, so now let's import this to middlewares. So this can be imported from zustand slash middleware. Cool, done. And what are like middleware we are importing? One is a DevTools. Okay, cool. And another one is persist. ठीक है. So I will show you one by one like how to use the DevTools and the persistent one. So let counter store, pardon. So the counter store. So we want to do DevTools, right? So DevTools counter store. So okay, fine. So now we will see one magic here, that if we go to our Redux, where's the Redux? Sorry, pardon. It's been here. Let's go to Redux. Yep. So here, let me make it more. Yep. So here the count is 5, right? So if I click on plus, then one function is being called, which is like the and our from count action is being called, and our state has been increased from 5 to 6. Means like we are able to debug our data in this one. We do minus 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 6 plus 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 plus, means we able to see. Okay, fine. यहाँ दबाने से 5 to 6 हुआ, 4 to 5 हुआ, and what has been passed, like our count state is now 3 and then 6. So we are able to means like our main motive, which was to integrate DevTools, is been done. Okay, done. And now let's try to persist, because like if we go and see in our application, we are not able to see like any local storage here, right? But if like we want to persist the count value, right, in our storage, so what we have to do, simply just do pass this value like persist data and this counter value, and just pass it like something like name, like whatever name we want to do, right? Name. Let's store it like from the like counter state, the counter state. That's it. So let's try to check whether it's been done or not. Why it's been showing create this counter store? Yeah, it's done. So let's try to refresh it. Yeah. So we are able to see this counter store, right? State equal to 5 as soon as we have added it. So plus 1, it's been increasing, right? And now it's been decreasing. Even if we refresh it, we are able to see our data. It's been showing that name equal to persistent data taxation doesn't match HTML. Just a second, why it's been showing. DevTools count store, and here past counter store. Okay, so maybe here this should be something like get, and here get state dot